Yo, what's going on everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to start your own Madden 27 online franchise. First thing you want to do if you have a custom roster, come down to Creation Center, go over to load/delete files, go over to roster and pick your roster. The one I made for my franchise is called franchise, so we're going to load that one. Now you want to go to franchise, so go to franchise, hit create, load. And I've already started a franchise, so you're going to see that one right there, but we're going to start a new one so we can walk you through this. And I'm also going to show you guys the best settings to put on. So come over here to play online with your friends, 1 to 32 players. Now you can pick a weekly NFL roster, you can pick whichever week because people get hurt and whatever, but if you want to avoid that, just make your own roster. So that's what I always do. So go to roster file, just going to load your roster. So now that you got your roster loaded in, you can pick your own team. I always pick the Cowboys. I'm a Cowboys fan. And I always do real life coach whenever I do an online franchise. It just makes it easier. But you can also make your own coach if you want to. But I'm going to do real life coach. So now to do your league settings, first thing you want to do is hit league settings. And I'm going to show you guys the best settings to use. I always go all Madden, simulation, 5 minutes, Excel clock off. So now you're not going to do anything with breaking news or team. You're going to come over to commissioner. You can make your franchise private or public. Private just makes it so you can invite people and there's a password, or they can join on their own if you give them the password. Public, just anyone can join. So I'm going to do mine private. Name mine J-Dog. And then league password. You can make it whatever you want, but we're just going to make it 80 just to make it easy. And now you're going to come down to injuries. So turn all the injuries off. I mean, if you want to play with injuries, you can, but it just makes it more fun that way to just have injuries off. So whoever you draft, you never have to worry about them getting hurt. Now, if you're a content creator like me, or you just don't want to have your friends editing players behind your back and just making everything difficult, turn this to commissioner only. And also for the fantasy draft order, I always put mine on snake. It makes it more realistic. So for example, if you have the first pick, the next round you're going to have it on the 32nd pick, and then the next one on the first pick. That's kind of how the draft goes in real life. If you put it on standard, if you're the first pick, every round you're the first pick. So I always put mine on snake. It's just more realistic that way. So now you're going to go over to league type, turn coaching firing to CPU only. So if you don't have your full franchise full, and the CPU teams, their coaches can get fired and they'll get a new coach and you don't got to worry about it. It's just less hassle. Next, we got dev trait management. I'm pretty sure this is new, which is nice. So like I said, you don't have to worry about people editing players and all that kind of stuff. So ability edit controls, we're going to put on commissioner only, and player trait controls on commissioner only. So if anyone wants to make any changes to any players or anything like that, they just would have to ask you and you can do it for them. Instead of them just doing it behind your back and then you get into a game with them and they got a fucking 99 overall fucking receiver, that should be alignment. Next, roster protection. We don't got anything to change here. Draft class strength, nothing else here. So you can just hit back, it'll save everything. You can hit league settings again just to make sure everything's saved. It obviously did. Starting point. If you're doing a fantasy draft, obviously start on fantasy draft. But if you didn't do a fantasy draft, obviously disregard the fantasy draft stuff and just do. You can start preseason or regular season. But I did fantasy draft, so starting point fantasy draft. You just hit start playing. So right here, I can start the draft right now, but I don't have anyone in the franchise yet. But you can go over here to members. This is how you invite people. You can hit a team, invite them. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to have another video linked down in the description on how to upload your own custom roster. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Hope you guys enjoyed. If this helped you guys, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.